Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect 2. In the last session, we went to Omega and we picked up our first two new squad members, being Morden Solis and the impactful Garrus Vicarian. And that's really all we did, actually, which was a lot of that good stuff. In this session, we are going to go recruit our next crew member, Kasumi Goto. We're going to find her on the Citadel, talk to her real quick, bring her aboard the ship, and then we're going to do her loyalty mission. Which is relatively important because it's during it I unlock one of the best submachine guns in the game, and that's going to help us a lot considering that the difficulty is about to ramp up quite significantly. And if we have time at the end of the session, we'll also do Zaid's loyalty mission, but that is a side objective at this point, considering it is like 11 o'clock at night. We'll see how long it takes. If we don't take care of it this session, we probably won't take care of it next session. We'll probably do Recruit Krogan or Convict, or maybe both, and then save all the stuff in the Ismar for one single session, since there are a few things we could do there. In fact, no, we're going to try and fit it in this session. We're going to try and fit it in, because it's not terribly long, it's a good amount of fun, and it is absolutely necessary that we do it. The Citadel. It's so pretty in this scene. Well, in every scene, but it looks so much better than it did in the first game, that's for sure. Because that's not suspicious in the slightest. Also, that's a flyby of the wards, Zakara wards from the first game. You can recognize it because there's the vista where Caden gets all awkward on. For some reason, all the loading screens are at 40 frames a second instead of like 30 or 60. Everything else is at 60, but these loading screens are at 40 for like no reason. Absolutely doesn't matter at all who we take, because we're not even going to go through customs on the Citadel. Though we do need to rank Garrus up a little bit. Wait, yeah, that'll do. And then the parity between
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive
between like cinematic graphics and in-game graphics. Why is that showing up? That shows up every fucking time. I thought I had tutorials disabled. I totally should, because I don't need tutorials, game. I've played you like a million times before. Is it under graphics, perhaps? No. Although, there should be a +2. I don't know why it's been resorted back. Can I not turn tutorials off? This fucking piece of shit. And who has points that they haven't spent yet? Me? Oh, I guess Miranda, but I don't want to give her points for anything yet. Oh, that's so much better, and everything is clearer now.
Try Kasumi's credit services.
Okay, Kasumi, you got my attention.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Silence is golden.
If you could say that a little bit more awkwardly, that would be appreciated.
Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
You've been briefed on the mission, I'm guessing?
Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
Alright, I guess why the secrecy, but, I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way.
Fair.
I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
Oh, you're so sure. I got spaced, you know. Not many people come back from that.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
Yeah, well, I did learn the entire Prothean language, so I guess that gives me an air of authority. You and Cerberus, why are you coming along?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus.
It's also a suicide mission.
So I made them a deal. And here we
Deal?
are.
I assume this deal is something I should know about.
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Well, shit. A gray box, what's so important about this?
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware.
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Tell me about Hawk.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
Are you expecting trouble, I'm
I
guessing?
doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
Alright, tell me about this
What's
heist.
this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
Evening wear? How do you know my size? I don't even know my size. What about your partner? This is kind of important.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
I think that's the most we've ever seen of her eyes before.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
Alright, I see why you want it
I
then.
can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
Alright, definitely.
That's what Cerberus promised you. We'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
Well, see, if I don't draw my gun, then it's not very much fun, then, is it?
We should probably wrap
I don't
this
consider
up.
going to a party
You
very
look
much
pretty
fun.
silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Yeah, because that's inconspicuous as fuck, standing outside customs talking to an advertisement. Because nobody would ever question that, ever. Also, continuity error, this Normandy was too far forward. If you noticed when the clamps were placed down last time, they were further forward on the wing than when we took off. And that makes me hate this game. Like, nothing else matters because there's a good continuity error. We're talking like 10, 20 meters off. Not like a small adjustment, like seriously off. And nobody at BioWare looked at it, and now every time I see it, like my ass clenches because I just get so mad. You could literally hear it in my voice how incredibly frustrated I am that BioWare didn't do their job and check their cutscenes for continuity errors. Bunch of freaking frauds, if you ask me. Alright. Let's get to it then. So these are loyalty missions. There is a loyalty mission for every squad member in Mass Effect 3. There were some loyalty missions in Mass Effect 1. 3 of them, one for Garrus, one for Rex, one for Tali. Though I screwed up and I didn't get to do all of them. I definitely did Tali's. That's the one that I lost the recording to where I gave her the information. There's one for Garrus that I screwed up in a dialogue option and didn't get to, in which he hunts down that Dr. Salion guy, the dude who was harvesting organs that got away. And there was one for Rex in which he tracks down a suit of old Krogan armor that belonged to his family. I don't know why I didn't get to the Rex one. Maybe I just didn't. I think there was one more time I could have talked to them that I missed. and I didn't get to it, so that's unfortunate. But I am going to do all of them in this game, mainly because they're a little bit easier to access, they're not so obscure, and because they are absolutely critical to your success in the suicide mission at the end of the game. So it's not a matter of like, oh, should I do it? It's a matter of you should probably do it. Also, Kasumi is pretty useless overall. She's not the greatest, but she has this awesome ability called Shadow Strike. It is so good. I'll show you what it does when we actually get into combat, but essentially she turns invisible, teleports behind an enemy, hits them for an insane amount of damage, and then teleports back.
Be able to keep his eyes off you.
I'm guessing Gun is my code name,
I assume Allison
or cover
Gunn is
name,
my
I
cover.
guess.
You
Also,
run
this
a
dress
small
isn't
but
half
talented
bad.
band of mercs out in the terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just
Badass
don't start
Weekly.
talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Can you tell me about Hawk
Remind
again?
me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed
Yes,
my partner
we know.
and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
I'm guessing that's what he did with KG, considering he's got his gray box.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
That angle was totally on purpose.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently.
Alright. That's Saren.
Our friend Hawk
Why is there a picture of
throwing a
Saren?
party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. And then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? KG's gray box holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
Alright, let's do it
This
then.
ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for.
Ooh. So the irony of bringing a Saren statue is that Saren was very famous for being a get the job done at any cost kind of guy. The kind of guy that Hawk would idolize. But in Saren's final moments, coincidentally enough, he was a hero doing the ultimate act of self-sacrifice and killing himself to stop Sovereign. So there's a bit of a, I wouldn't call it maybe irony,
Seems to be an issue with the statue.
but it's on the nose,
No, Mr. Hawk. Just doing a scan.
considering what most people remember him
Don't
for
believe
and
you've
what
met
we remember him
Oliver
for.
Hawk.
Allison Gunn. A pleasure.
Ooh.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
Don't
He's
think
dead.
our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you?
Ilium's not that far away, really.
You may pass through, Miss Gunn. You were invited after all, but I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
If it makes you feel more secure, she can wait outside.
Good to see we're not going to have a problem.
Yet.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No,
He knows who she
we've never
is.
seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay
That's
outside
what I do
and
best.
stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
Alright, so we're at a party, so let's socialize a little bit before we start trying to break in.
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam, done.
It's very nice artwork, though I literally can't tell what's going on. Oh, it looks nice. Well, there's the security room. We don't want to go in there just yet. That's a little suspicious. Hawk, we don't really want to talk to him yet. He's busy with some other guests instead. A nice virtual fireplace. I mean, look at that. It's like he just stuck an iPad to the wall with the fireplace app and just left it there. I like that mental image in my head.
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
I hear he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
Is that other Azari alive, or is... She's breathing. It's so weird, like, you would think they'd both be turned in towards him, but they're not. And they're like clones of each other. I don't think she's supposed to be there. I think she's a duplicate. Oh, hello, security guard. I hope I don't mind if I read your data pad. No way we can sneak out of the party.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information.
That's a nice view. I gotta admit, wouldn't be so bad living in a place like this. Also, those pigeons.
I hear Mr. Huck's vault is exquisite.
Those are space pigeons if I've ever seen them. Oh, that's gonna change tonight. Don't you worry, buddy. Also, you look like an Alliance officer with that cap. You may want to change that. In fact, you look a lot. Are you Admiral Kotaku? No, Kotaku's dead. No, why would it be him? But it fucking looks a lot like him.
Say, what's that over
Hawk's bedroom, I believe.
there? Wow,
Really?
who's his architect? This is a very impressive place.
Or a very large one, at least.
Oh, I'm guessing we have to get to his bedroom at some point to find something out. More space pigeons. Looks like we're doing maintenance or something in that area. Maybe a way to get in later. Security guard. I'm guessing this is the way to his private quarters, so we don't really want to go there just yet. Let's find this vault. Why don't we? Excuse me. Excuse me, don't mean to bother you. This must be it. I would think it would be in the private quarters, but no, it's just right here.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
It's gonna be a
This gonna
problem.
Please, remember who you're talking to.
I don't know you.
We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it.
Unless he has an alarm set to it.
This in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it.
Alright, well, we'll start with the barrier.
It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields.
This is actually a really cool mechanic, I think, in which you usually have to follow the cable and it stays lit up. But I know where the cable goes anyways, so I'm just going to go straight to it and not waste your time. If you're wondering why I commented on the iPad fireplace before, it's because it's the worst disguise in existence. Yeah.
That should take care of the barrier.
Should try better, Mr. Hawk. That was downright embarrassing. We could get his voice sample, but we don't know the password yet, so I feel like it may be a waste of time. Let's see if we can find
Commander
one.
Shepard is still alive. Really?
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking at best.
Hey, sometimes that's all you need.
That door goes
See if we
to
can
security
get the
room.
password from the
I'll take
security
care of the
room.
lock. There we go.
That may be it.
Ready when you are.
Alright, we're probably going to have to do a bit of fighting in here. Tree, circuit, path, plug, copyright.
get ready.
You can't get back here.
Take him down.
Oh wow, Kasumi. Really hope this place is soundproofed. I feel like my sensitivity is a little high. Also, is that a Krogan anime? That's so great. So many passwords. Tonight's password is Paluja. Oh, it's from Samuels. That same
Got
guy
something?
out of the balcony.
Password is Perugia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice. I tapped into their communications. Maybe it'll come in handy. We
Maybe.
still need that voice sample from Hawk.
As if that wasn't a big enough hint before. Alright, let's do that.
Santiago took over that refinery on Zoria.
He's
Really?
such a shrewd businessman. The Blue Suns are lucky to have him.
That's actually related to Saeed's loyalty mission, which we're probably going to do after this.
All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Chet. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I was born ready. No way he could resist my feminine charm.
Miss Gunn, good to see you. That scene at the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
There's always someone gunning for people like you and me.
So let's go the renegade. Let's play the part. Act it up a little bit.
I'm glad you understand.
Frankly, I'm surprised your security isn't tighter. It's a ballsy move opening your front door like this.
Yes, I suppose it is. Hopefully it sends the message that I don't fear anyone stupid enough to step up to me. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy.
Kasumi's like, okay, that's enough. You can shut him up
This
now.
party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Miss Gunn.
Let's go crack that voice scanner.
Not yet. Let's talk about all in three. Let's see if we can get into his private quarters to get a DNA
Mr. Hawk's
sample.
private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
Yeah,
I have clearance to go in.
I'm gonna say I have
Whose
clearance.
authority?
On your bosses, Samuels.
I have authorization from Chief Rowe.
Okay, 1 second. Chief Rowe, Samuels. Have you given access authorization to Mr. Hawk's private rooms?
They have access, Samuels. They'll stop bothering me.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, man. Okay, you're clear to go in. Enjoy the party.
If I hadn't, I could have taken that that cleaning area that I was talking about earlier and walked down. I just would have had to shoot my way through, and this is just so much easier.
Look for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember correctly. Well, I know there's something on the couch.
No, credit shit.
A single credit sheet. That's useful. We get some from the wine glass.
Great saliva sample, but it's still useful. We're going to need more than this for the scanner, though.
Papers.
No DNA. Looks like Hawk's been trying to crack KG's gray box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
Well, that ashtray is clean, so there's no hope there. Bed.
No hair, no skin flakes.
The housekeepers must be thorough.
Maybe there's dust on the plants.
It's clean.
It's a plant.
Well, yes, it is, but it could have been a dusty plant. Nothing on the keyboard, because that's holographic. What about on this datapad that we're going to read now? Motion.
We can probably get Hawk's DNA off the data pad. He seems to have obsessed over this. But I'm not sure there's enough. Let's keep looking.
Well, since they're such thorough cleaners, it's probably going to be resulting from dust. Well, shit, we're going to open his safe. Just to steal from him, because fuck him, I don't care. This is Kasumi's mission and all, but I stand to benefit a little bit from it as well. That really only leaves the
Cleaners
swords.
don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
She's actually really foolish. You probably... I don't know. I don't own any antique weapons, but every once in a while you should probably take them down and clean them a little bit. Or better yet, just don't put them in a place where they could be dirty. Protect your valuables. I mean, if you're going to carry around a bunch of swords in the year 2800 or whenever, 2500 I think is like the century that we're in. I mean, shit, you better do your best to protect them. Put them in like a glass case or something. Don't just leave them on the wall, kids. It's coming from the guy whose most valuable antique is a aluminum sword.
Identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk. Password required. Voice
Aruja.
accepted.
His voice is so funny.
I'll check for security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.
No looking. I've got very unstable self-confidence. I don't think I could handle a girl looking at me naked. It would make me really uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't even change. And man, that was quick. She changes faster than I do in real life. Who says it takes women a long time to get prepared? I mean, shit. That took her no time at all.